Alright, so this last page, more of the same. So I've got, just looking at this first term here, this is x squared minus 4, that's a difference of 2 squares. So I will factor that. So that's going to be x plus 2 times x minus 2 plus 6 over x plus 2 equals 4x minus 7 over x minus 2. So this term has it all. It's got the x plus 2 and the x minus 2 on the bottom. This term's missing x minus 2, so I'll multiply it by x minus 2 on the top and bottom. This term is missing the x plus 2, so I'll multiply the top and bottom by x plus 2. So let's go ahead and do that. So I get 2x squared minus 5 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 plus 6 times x minus 2 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 equals 4x minus 7 times x plus 2 all over x minus 2 times x plus 2. Now I've got the same base on all the bottoms, so they can all go away. You're left with a nice quadratic. I'm distributing as I go. This is 4x squared. That's 8x minus 7x, so that's plus x minus 14. And then let's set everything equal to 0 and solve. So this will be 2x squared. Move the 6x to the other side, so x minus 6x is minus 5x. This is minus 17 added to negative 14. So negative 14 plus 17 is plus 3. And then I will factor that. Alright, what works here? So I need a 3 and a 1. This number is negative. That means that both of these numbers must be negative, since two negatives multiplied gets me a positive. It's a 5, so I'll make this 3 and that 1. That way I have minus 3x minus 2x, that gives me a negative 5x. So two solutions here. I have x equals 1, comes from here. This is going to be 2x equals 3, so x equals 3 halves. And then go ahead and plug those in. Would these equal 0 on the base? No. Yeah. So these are my two solutions. Alright, last question. So I've got this big trinomial here. Don't like trinomials, so let's factor it. So let's go 2x and x. So this number is negative 18. So that means I need a positive and a negative. Since a positive and negative multiplied together gives me a negative number. So let's make one of these 3 and the other 6. I'll make this one 6. Okay, that way I've got 2x times negative 6 is negative 12x, plus 3x gets me negative 9x. The big clue here is that you have 2x plus 3 here, so these equations are kind of contrived, so they're going to follow a nice format. So this might be one of your factors, and this might be the other factor. Look at that, I've got them right here. How about that? Alright, so let's go ahead, finish up. This middle term is missing the 2x plus 3, so I'll multiply that by 2x plus 3. And then this last term is missing the x minus 6, so I will multiply that by x minus 6. Now I've got the same base all the way across, so I can remove the bases, and I will distribute as I go. Minus 2x squared. This would be negative 12, but it's carry the negative, so it's a plus 12. And then set everything equal to 0. So I have 2x squared minus 2x squared, those actually go away. Here's a 3x, subtract x. That's going to give me 2x. And then 12 plus 24 is 36. Looks like this is actually a actually just a linear equation. Let me check my math really fast here. Yeah, that looks right. When I did this earlier, I messed up my math somehow, but it's looking better now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move the 36 to the other side. So x equals negative 18. Plug that in to either one of these factors, and it still works. So our answer here is x equals negative 18. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. You should be good to do numbers 10 through 21. Numbers 22 to 25 are word problems. I'm gonna do 2 of those to get you going on those, and then you'll have to just finish up the other 2. All right.